Hey G friends, today I want to show you how I installed a brushless system on my Tamiya TamTech GT01 Ferrari GTO. So if you own the TamTech series, you know that its greatest shortcoming is this powertrain. It's basically horrible. I mean, this is the motor that comes with it. It's a 370 motor, and they probably selected the worst motors in the lot to include in the kit because it's, to be honest with you, if you can probably get better performance from a car that you get from Target or Walmart's or just like a box store, like a toy RC car, than you would with this motor that included, which is a shame because the chassis is really good, and but that's for another video. So I'm going to show you how I put in a brushless system that's pretty inexpensive, and that will actually really enhance the performance of your TamTech. So I want to say that don't try to install a brushless system with the existing spur gear, because this is the stock spur gear, and what I did was I ran it, and in about 5 minutes this is what happened. I mean, this is a brand new spur gear, by the way, so no good. So what I did was I got some parts, new spur gear, okay, and it is this part number from Robinson Racing, and 64 pitch super spur, and 81 tooth. Okay, it's when you put it side by side, it is nearly the same size as the stock. It's a little bit this spur gear is a little bit bigger, maybe about a millimeter bigger, and also the mounting hole is smaller than the stock. So you're gonna have to by millimeter. Okay, so you're gonna have to ream out a millimeter of a material from the inside mounting hole of the spur gear for you to be able to mount it on this. Okay, and the other modification that you're going to need to do, and there aren't that many, by the way, it's actually pretty straightforward, is you're going to drill out, you see here, the motor mount. So you're going to have to drill out another hole. Okay, let me see if I can focus. All right, there you go. See, this is right over here. Right here is the original stock hole. So you're gonna have to drill out a hole like right around here. I mean, there's gonna be some play, so you're gonna have to figure it out. But it's a hole. I mean, it's not that hard. And you might have to also maybe widen the mounting hole over here a little bit, so you can give it a little bit of play, because you want to make sure that the gears, the spur gear and the pinion gear meshes well. So and then of course you're going to need a new pinion gear, because the stock pinion gear is not going to fit on this motor. Okay, and you can see here, if I can finagle this. Alright, so this is the new motor. This is the brushless motor you're putting in, and compared to the stock motor, I mean, the new motor the brushless system is substantially bigger, and also the shaft is bigger for the brushless motor, so you're going to need a new pinion gear, which is not a big deal. And this is what I'm using here. It is again by Robinson Racing, 28 tooth 64 pitch pinion. So I'm gonna have links to where you can get everything, but if the links don't work for you, then you can, you know, look up these part numbers, and they're I think they're readily available pretty much anywhere. I got them from my from Amazon, but I know most a lot of hobby shops, especially the ones that specialize in cars, will carry these as well. So so basically, you know, here's how the brushless system is mounted. And one more thing, one last modification, okay, is that the the shaft for the brushless motor is about 2 millimeters longer than the shaft for the stock motor. Okay, this won't matter if you want to use the gear cover case, because there's actually a case for this whole gear. If you want to use it, then you need to cut off about 2 millimeters from the brushless motor. But if you want to run your motor naked, then who cares? Then it doesn't really matter, because the problem is that the motor shaft will rub against the bottom of the case, so it's gonna create a lot of smoke and noise and smell bad. And so, if you want to run it with the case, then basically cut it out. That's a pretty simple modification. And so that is pretty much it. I mean, oh, and one last thing, you're gonna need a decent battery. Okay, this is the battery that I've been using. It's 800 milliamp, and you can forget about using the NiCad batteries, because if you're gonna install a brushless system, having a NiCad system is just pointless. And by the way, it does come with the ESC. Okay, so this whole brushless system alone is, you can probably get about, it's generic. Okay, I got it from Amazon, but I'm sure if you look elsewhere, you can probably get it. I would say it's no more than $40 for the entire system, the motor and the ESC, which is really, really cheap. And the pinions and the spur gear were about $5 each. So for $50, you get an entirely new running drive system for your TamTech, and trust me, it just is so much better. I mean, it's not a speed demon. I mean, you're not going to set any land speed records with it, but it's just a lot more fun. You have a lot more torque, you have a lot more pickup, you have a lot more maximum speed. And one last thing I want to say about the brushless system is that you don't want to get anything more powerful than this. Okay, and the reason why is because I don't know if you can see this, it's hard, it's buried in, but the gearbox is plastic, and so you don't want to strip out the gearbox, with a more powerful system. And even with this system that I've installed here, if you mash the throttle, you're gonna spin the wheels. All right, it's just because it's a two-wheel drive system. The chassis is two-wheel drive, and so you mash it, you're gonna spin the wheels. And so obviously, you have a lot more power than what the drivetrain and the chassis can handle already. So I wouldn't spend the time or the money to try to put in a much more powerful system than this, because the chassis is not going to take it, and you're not going to get any better performance, and you're going to spend a lot more money. So anyway, but this is how I did it. I mean, basically, with this brushless system, this chassis is just so much more fun, enjoyable, and I really like it. But I'm gonna produce another video that talks about the chassis. So thanks for watching. Oh, and if you enjoyed this video, I really would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, because it helps me, it motivates me, and it helps me get out the word and to pass on ideas for this hobby that we all enjoy and love. Thanks.